everyone? It is Lovenji Gaming here, and we are back with game number 2 of the first match of the Populous, the beginning beta or 1.5 tournament of the year 2021. We are here on Pressure Point. You may notice this looks a little different to the 1v1 variants of Pressure Point that you're used to seeing, and that's because we're actually on the map Pressure Point. We are not on Yggdrasil, the 1v1 variant. We are on Pressure Point, and this is no holds barred. Players can convert as much of the map as they want. They can build on as much of the map as they want. This is really going to test things like pathfinding, like people's trooping skills, and beta's ability to just keep up with a chaotic game of Populous. Now, you'll see this kind of thing happening straight off the bat. As you can see, the defenses are being built, the Fire Warrior hut is being built, Mahmut's being very quick to make his way over to the green base, and that's very important to secure green's convert before red gets over there. Red's already converting this front strip, and we'll move over to the back of blue base to take all of blues as well. Now, this is going to probably expedite the rate at which the game is played initially, because the players are going to have access to way more population than they would normally have in a game of Pressure Point. But at the exact same time, because they have access to way more land, the players are going to be harder to kill. You can already see that Mahmut is moving over towards green base and starting to build some towers and securing it for himself. Now, he just needs to make sure he doesn't spread himself too thinly. He's only got a couple of huts and a lot of population right now. He needs to get Fire Warriors trained, and if he starts building on both sides of the map, he can do this. He can increase his green bar very, very quickly. Now, we've got Bianca doing effectively the same thing. She's making play for the red base, or the blue base. Building a tower slap in the middle of it, though. She's less concerned with its the ability to defend it and just wants to build a whole bunch of huts. So you've got Mahmut's doing a full green base build at the same time as he's doing a yellow base build. Bianca's doing a bit of an odd red base build, if you ask me. These towers are a little slow. Now, here's the first feature of beta on Pressure Point. This line, Fire Warriors can normally not see over it. But in beta, they can. So securing these frontal huts, these frontal guard towers, is very important on Pressure Point, as is building this. This guard tower on the middle, on the high ground, is incredibly difficult to dislodge. As you can see, Bianca's going to have to build her defense further back and secure it a little bit tighter than you normally would. We've already got Warrior training her out of Mahmut. Could be that the answer here is to just get some quick Warriors and deny this base and then play this base, quote-unquote, normally. But if we go into the world view, you can see there's additional trooping huts being built here. There's a Fire Warrior hut here right at the front where everybody loves to see the troop huts. That's sarcasm, by the way. Don't build your troop huts at the front of your base. Bianca's just throwing... Look at that. We're seeing it live. Just plans everywhere. Just training plenty of Fire Warriors. And we've got Mahmut going into the base already. Throwing down one Earthquake. Now, we've got to remember, the players have way more mana to work with. Oh, that was a... First Earthquake was disgusting from Mahmut. It gets 4 huts. 1, 2, 3, and 4 huts. Absolutely disgusting amount of damage from Mahmut. Bianca's Shaman dips into a tower. But it looks like this side base is just slowly being built up. Mahmut's clearly not putting too much priority into it because it is a more vulnerable position. And he's focusing mostly on securing his main base and securing his core. Now, you're probably thinking which base is more important to secure. It's always going to be the one with your reincarnation site, because even if he still had this base over here, if he loses control of his reincarnation site, Bianca could core camp in, and he loses his shaman, and then we'll lose the game. So it's always important to prioritize your base with your core if you're ever in a position where you're controlling two bases. Now, we've got ghosts coming down from Bianca. Fire Warriors are shooting on the Shaman. She's throwing out and one Earthquake. Does she get another one? She does throw out a second one. She does die, but the second Earthquake does come out. We'll see how it goes. I quite like this for Bianca. This has created quite a nice valley to actually get into Yellow's base. Normally, this avenue can be quite difficult to attack on Yellow base, and this deep valley makes it very easy to just charge in. Of course, a land bridge could seal it off very quickly, but we'll see whether Mahmut wastes mana doing that. Bianca's towers here are doing a much better position of controlling the ground. She hasn't filled these towers yet, so she's got to be thinking, but she is building out her side base a little bit better. Both players are close to finishing their main base at the same time, but of course Bianca took this huge, disgusting amount of damage early on. We've got Mahmut trying to push into the base with a couple of ghosts. Bianca's towers are having no problems clearing them up. Another Earthquake from Mahmut, and Bianca dips into the tower and gets Mahmut with a blast. She's in a tower that catches fire. She casts a couple of blasts to stop herself from burning. The tower is still alive. I'd have thought with that difference in elevation, that tower would have spontaneously combusted. It's not even on any ground right now. But you did see in the distance Bianca dying on the horizon. Going down to Fire Warrior in a tower. Mahmut is patrolling on the high ground. He's just building out both of his bases, securing as much territory as he can. Although he needs to bring more Braves over here because he's not building anywhere near as quickly. We've still got Wildies. It's a juicy 6 convert and we're 7 minutes into the game. But this is exactly what I was warning about. This tower has been completed. It's shooting down onto this, almost this entire side strip. It's got such good range. His own Earthquake disabled his own tower. But a nice Earthquake's going to deny Bianca some of the strip. As you can see, the Earthquakes are starting to get spammed. Starting to get a little messy. We're going to get Warriors probably start running over to what would be blue base. Bianca's Shaman is not over there, which means these Warriors can get in and start to do some damage. Bianca's not training any Warriors in this base. It's going to be hard to hold. Meanwhile, Bianca is looking to push towards the front. She's got Warriors, and probably some of them are ghosts. I think I saw her cast some ghosts. Oh, that was close. Oh, she's still alive. No, she's not. And Bianca goes down. Meanwhile, Mahmut's going to use his Warriors to push slightly further into the base. Warrior engages with a Fire Warrior. Swords are flying. Tornado's going to take out one of the preliminary defense, as well as additional ghosts coming down to distract what remains of the tower. You've got pure chaos as action is happening all over the map. That's one Earthquake from Mahmut deep into the base. Gets another 3 huts. Mahmut's Earthquakes have been disgusting this game. Bianca's just going to ignore the Shaman as the Shaman slips in through the back of her base. She's going to push towards the front. It's because Mahmut has forgotten to refill a good chunk of these towers. But Bianca's not paying attention. She gets shoved into the water by a Fire Warrior. That's really quite unfortunate. Where is Mahmut's Shaman right now? Did Mahmut's Shaman die? No, Mahmut's Shaman is walking around the back of the base. I see you, says Bianca. 1 tornado, 1 Earthquake. Oh, these Earthquakes are so good. They're so criminally good right now. We're going to see another Earthquake from Mahmut soon enough. Bianca's respawned. I don't think she even cares about Mahmut's Shaman anymore. She's just going to keep trying to get into Mahmut's base, dealing some damage back to him. This could be the fact that she has given up. Bianca's died in the same spot 3 times in a row. Meanwhile, Mahmut's still alive in her main base. She can't lose this base because if she loses this base, she loses access to her core. Meanwhile, warriors are actually taking over this base anyway, so it could just be that Bianca is out of the game already. This is a very, very quick game of Pressure Point, in which it looks like Mahmut1661 is going to be the victor. He was the victor on Narrow Passage, and it looks like he's going to be the victor on Pressure Point as well. Yep, Bianca is once again... She's not even trying to deal with his shaman. She's just going to go straight back to the front. One swarm. There's a ghost. And she died again. 4 times she's died at the same spot. Being a bit impatient, she's probably given up at this point, looking at the state of her base. Yeah, warriors have absolutely destroyed this side base. More earthquakes going down in her main base. She's barely got any huts left. Mahmut has 2 fully constructed bases almost. The difference in bases is absolute. This victory will belong to Mahmut without a shadow of a doubt. She hasn't said GG yet, but this is definitely GG. Stream chat is commenting on how disgusting Mahmut's earthquakes have been, and they absolutely have. We got this one here. This one here. This one here. This one here. And this one here. Some very disgusting earthquakes. That's one swarm from Bianca. She's not... We found another bug. We found another bug. Nice. We caught a non-functioning swarm on camera. Another earthquake. 2 earthquakes. Fantastically done from Mahmut. Disgusting. Bianca says, GG, well played. I'm sure she's feeling this is the end of the game. She's not controlling her population anymore. She was barely controlling her shaman. She's lost the side base entirely. Mahmut's destroyed the main base. Mahmut1661 is the first person to advance to the next round of the Populous the Beginning Beta Tournament. Remember, the purpose of this tournament is to test Beta's readiness for competitive multiplayer Populous, and the fact that we are finding bugs like that means this tournament is doing exactly what it needs to do. And we're only in the first match. So, Mahmut was victorious on a Narrow Passage. He was victorious on Pressure Point, and all we have to do now is just wait for him to finish off Bianca. Very nice. We'll see if Bianca succeeds in her attack this time. We know she's still got mana. She's still holding on to mana that she had earlier. See if she secures it. These warriors have done a great job of just destroying this entire side strip. Mahmut could build here now and secure a 3rd base for himself if he really wanted to. This one fire warrior is doing everything he can to hold the line. Against 4 warriors, he's trying to do the impossible. Oh, we got some hands up over here. Some very confused warriors over here. We've got warriors just cutting down what remains of the population. Mahmut comes in with a tornado. He throws down a ghost to distract the towers, throws out 2 more tornadoes. wildies have started respawning. Bianca only has but a few small huts remaining at the back of her base. Braves can't even get out of this hut. Oh, warriors are trying to hunt down the shaman as they tear down the rest of the Takini base. It's hard to make the ending of this game sound exciting. We know the results. We know the outcome. Mahmut is going to be our first victor. Bianca's shaman goes down for possibly the last time of this game. I do not know if Mahmut uses hotkeys, but he better be. Bianca's dismantling what remains of her huts, and she's doing it the old-fashioned way. I don't need your surrender button, says Bianca. She's doing it the old-fashioned way, throwing her population at the warriors. Her shaman respawns for one final death. There goes what remains of her braves. She throws an earthquake onto her own warrior hut. Yeah, take that, braves. The Fire Warriors are doing what they can to try and kill the Shaman. Bianca's Shaman's being as annoying as possible and trying to survive for as long as possible. Oh, no. She might have changed her mind. She's going to the water to throw herself in. Nope. Failed. There she goes. She gets it. And that is it. Mahmut is the victor. He advances. Bianca, we'll see you in the losers bracket.